Fat droplets of crystalline water strike a syncopated passage of time, tolling random peals into a still and flowing now, like the delicate chime of a wind-quickened bell. They bead in perfect convex universes on the wide brim of his black hat. Rolling in perfect miniature curvature through tiny parabolic processions of prismatic equinoxes, they trace curious paths towards their destinies. Reaching the brink of their ordered existences, they cling trembling in fear and silent desperation for a few precious moments more to reflect. Inevitably they fall, every one in its own time, to the mosses and ferns a lifetime beneath them. For an unbearably slender moment, for the weakest wisp of a blink, they undulate and hang in timeless uncertainty. In cosmic indecision, they float between waxing and waning forces until the perfection of sphere takes form. In that instant, they are transformed and race with ever-growing haste to be shattered upon frond and branch and to join with endless others, to seep and sink, to find and delve to deeper mysteries, to grow and venture into lower realms unseen, unheard, secret. Below the wooded ridge, beneath the galactic dances of creation and destruction, capering on the night sky of a black, wide-brimmed hat, ran a river. It uncoiled in ever-mounting fervor as it gorged itself on morsels of moisture questing to their end. To its own end it tumbled, and such was its song, bubbling, mumbling murmurs in a crowd of voices hushed by excitement, awe, and perhaps even dread. A velvet opus in shining diamonds, ripples of growth, of passage, and of destination. So the droplets fall to death and to eternity. So the river flows towards forever. An ocean is born and sublimes away. So clouds weep to see it all. Two souls, other than human, drawing always, feeding always, awake and perceiving. The truth beneath it all. Long and dark, winding paths, conjunction, random, destined, twining journeys, spin and part, leaving flames to smolder in the heart. Circular, dancing, energy passing. A double helix Mobius flows. Touch becomes electric. Ultraviolet shock an awakening begins. Wolves amongst the flock. As always, there is mild and familiar disorientation as his mind wavers between wakefulness and dream, for he is not exactly either. His body is elsewhere, safe, far away from this lonely peninsula, laying in the semblance of slumber, yet not asleep. His is a wandering spirit, a warrior's soul, taking bodies like garments until they are threadbare and worn. He knows he is not dreaming. He knows that dreams are a doorway, a gate, a stepping-off point for travels in 7-league strides. He knows he has forgotten more than he has learned in his lifetime, and he strives to collect the shattered fragments, puzzle pieces to a greater, shining whole. And yet, he is content. His impatience squats gibbering in a locked cell, an oubliette tucked away far, far from the surface. He has found the forgotten way, and finds hope in the walking, for all paths lead to their ends, unwavering, true. He walks a path unending, as all paths do towards an ever-shifting future, amidst a chaotic quilt of constantly passing nows. The pleasure of the quest is not the quest's end, but in the questing itself. Spreading wings of will, facing a wind of intent, flying a course of desire and purpose, he rises into the living night sky. Higher and higher he soars as behind him, afire with sulphurous light, a white and red lighthouse shears the darkness with a saber of fog-piercing intensity. Against the gloom and the elements it rears defiant, an end and a beginning existing in fire-limed immensity. His dark tower, his beacon, his Mount Doom, unseen, shrouded, occluded by velvet sheets of night, another monolith stands as the air thrashes itself to tatters upon it and wails its pain and sorrow unending. He smiles a slow smile, an unusually gentle smile of recognition, and departs. A crossroad marked by a raven's voice. 3 times thrice it called, hoarse and deep and old. It spoke no more that day and was never seen, had never been seen. Farrier of souls from life to death, carrier of burdens betwixt the veils from one world into another. It bore a message not unexpected, for one who knew enough to hear it, for one who had seen its deliverance and reflection upon black glass. 4 earthen pathways of cardinal direction, north, south, east, and west, were watched and tended by barren-branched rows of man-planted forest. They marched in ordered ranks, unmoving yet never still. They creak and crack and chitter. They sway and sing in dry, rasping voices, passing ancient secrets in a desiccated language. They watch. They see and observe and remember in memories without sight, without sound. Memories of earth, memories of sun and moon, cold and heat. Between the trees, the mute but never silent witnesses, along the ground, speeding, racing, wending, winding, groping, twining amongst the branches many comes the breath of something somewhat other. An exhalation not altogether mindless, not wandering, not lost to eddies and distractions. A gust of presence, not simply wind, it carried raw sensation and rode it frothed and rolling from the places deep and shadowed. A wave of dread and melancholy, a breaking tide of awakened essence, stretched and yawned up out of dampness, rotting leaves. Beware, be wary, for something this way comes, and the wind in the wood shall be its herald.
What's your name?
Wraith.
Wraith? What the hell kind of name is that?
The only kind of name you need to know.
It comes, it flows and ebbs, grows and dwindles. In the spaces between thoughts lie its lairs, hide its homes, a slow and solemn cosmic tide, unsummoned, uncalled, unrecalled, sourceless sorrow, lit by moonlight, to blackly loo and darkly dwindle, forgotten in the morning, the dusty shadow of the door,